quilting friends, it's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and I'm so excited to introduce you to the flathead purse pins. If you've been around a little while, you know that I love making bags and have lots of bag tutorials and more in the works. So I want to show you a new product that is going to make attaching the handles on bags even easier. You ready? Let's get started. These are the flathead purse pins, and I actually worked with Orimono Imports and Little House to get these made exactly for attaching the handles on bags. I love making bags. I have tools that I've created for making bags. You know about the box bag template that makes cutting the box corners on bags easier. I worked with AccuQuilt to get that turned into an AccuQuilt die so that we can make it even easier to make bags using the AccuQuilt die. I have a book coming out in November that walks you through all the steps and the basics of making bags. I can't wait to share that one with you. And now I have these purse pins that are perfect for sewing handles onto your bags by machine. I'm going to show you how that works. So here's the problem that I have when making bags that you've probably run into as well. I want my handles to be straight up and down when they're in the bag. And this is a bag that I made earlier. I will link the video here. These are my little Halloween bags, but you could obviously make these for any season. And as I was sewing them, these handles shifted and I ended up with some of my handles straight and some of them at an angle. Now you might say, Caroline, okay, that's not that noticeable. This one was even worse. The first one straight, the second one at an angle. Now these are for Halloween. I could take them apart and redo them and it would be fine, but nobody is really gonna notice for a fun Halloween treat bag. I'm not too worried about it. But for bags that I want to have a little bit longer, that are going to be used for more than just a single holiday, I want them perfect. And honestly, I would have loved it if these would have come out perfect. So that's what these little flathead purse pins are for. So each package comes with 4 of these. And this is what they look like. They almost look like an earring from the front, and then they have this safety latch on the back. So if you pull on this, it doesn't come apart, but you just put a little bit of pressure between the two and it easily comes apart. So there's between this back and this middle, you just press right there and these come out. But they stay securely so that when you're putting your handles on, these don't easily come out. The problem with using straight pins is that things can shift and come out and get in the way. These are designed to not shift, not easily come out, and not get in your way when sewing. So let me give you an example of using these on an external handle. So this is an external handle here, and you can see that I already have it pinned. All I did was fold my handle into place, pin through the back, and then attach on the front. And now I can take this to my sewing machine, and because of these flat sides on the back, this can go right up on my sewing machine bed, and these are designed to be small so they'll fit underneath your sewing machine. You do want to make sure that the distance from where you want to stitch to the pin is bigger than the presser foot that you're using. So in this case, I might just put on a zipper foot to be able to give myself some extra clearance there, or I might move my pins further in, but that is the wiggle room that you'll want when you're putting these pins on. Now I'm going to show you for kind of a more normal, like everyday application that I would use, and that is for inserting the handles in a bag. I have another Halloween bag, Christmas, Halloween, all the holidays around here, and I want to attach my handles. So the way I would attach my handles is I have marks here on the inside showing me where I want the ends of my handles to line up. And then I have the back of my handle and the front of my handle. So I'm going to fold this up and have the front of my handle facing the front of my bag. I'm going to put the handle in place, line everything up, make sure it's all smooth. And now I'm going to make sure to bring this down further than my seam allowance so it's not in the way. I'm going to undo my pin. And I'm going to pin this right through all the layers. Now I can take my pin back, put it on, and that's in place. I put 2 pins in each handle because 2 pins in the handle makes it less likely to shift. 1 pin, things can pivot around the pin. It's harder for it to shift with 2 pins in there. So another pin, just pushing it through all the layers and putting that back on. Now that handle is going to be straight and gorgeous in my bag. Let me go ahead and do it with the other handle as well. And you can see why I would get that shift. When I'm trying to pin this other one, because of the tension from the first handle, this one already wants to shift on me. So I'm going to put it in place. And I might even pull this one out a little bit beyond the edge of that seam allowance, just so that I know that it is perfectly straight. And I'm going to take my pin and from the inside, push this through. With 1 pin in place, it can still pivot on that 1 point, but once I put a second one in, it won't be able to. So I'm going to remove my pin back. I'm going to make sure to pivot this in place, keeping everything lined up and straight. And now a little bit away from the other one to give myself less pivot. Come here. There we go. I'm going to pin that. So there we go. I've gone ahead and pinned my handles in place so that they will stay in place and they won't pivot. And I can do the same on the other side and then take it to the sewing machine. Once you've pinned everything in place, you want to take it over to your sewing machine and make sure that you have given yourself enough space. So I'm just going to bring this around. That one's a little close, but it's fine. Okay, close, but it's fine. Yep. And I've given myself enough space all the way around. So you start with whatever your natural starting point is, and you can start sewing these down. In this case, I didn't add any other pins, but you absolutely can put more pins on the edge of your bag. Now you can see for our purse handle pins, I'm just leaving them in place, but for straight pins like this, these you do want to remove. Once you're done, you can take your purse handle pins out. These are not magnetic pins, so they're not going to work in your standard magnetic pin cushions. You can put them in a pin dish, or when I designed the pleated pin cushion, I designed it with clips, but these in mind as well. So you can just poke these through the pleats in a pleated pin cushion and attach them to your pin cushion that way so that they stay put. These purse handle pins are great for any vertical fabric that you want to pin horizontally or horizontal fabric that you want to pin vertically. So anything that you would love to have pinned at a 90-degree angle but still want to be able to fit underneath your sewing machine. So that could be purse handles like we've done here. It could be for toy making or doll making, anything 3D that you've wanted to be able to pin straight up and down, because when you pin from the side, things shift as you're pushing with the pins. And this pushes straight up through your, either straight up through your fabric or straight to the side through your fabric, depending on which direction you have your fabric when you go to push your pin through. So we can turn this bag right side out and see how we did on putting our handles on. I'm gonna go ahead and tuck the lining in right there. And let's see this side. Look how nice and straight up and down those are. I'm gonna top stitch this and this is gonna look perfect. Let's look at the other side. Oh my goodness, both of them straight up and down, and that's exactly what I wanted and exactly why I used those purse handle pins. So here is the pleated pincushion pattern, and here are the flathead purse pins. If you would like to purchase these from me, you absolutely can. But if you want to shop local, I think that's amazing and you should do that as well. There is information down in the description of where shops can purchase these, as well as links to if you want to purchase them from me in my shop. So go find those. Feel free to share this video with your favorite local shop and let them know about these new pins that allow you to pin in 3D. I'm so excited about that. So share this video with your friends, with your local shop friends. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube knows that you liked it and that other people might like it as well. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I share lots of quilty videos, sometimes about new and fun notions, some notions that are mine, and some notions that I just find out in the world and think you should know about. But I also have tutorials and other videos as well that I can't wait to share with you. So I would love to hear in the comments what your 3D ideas are for using these fun flathead purse pins. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. I will see you right here real soon. Bye for now.